The chessboard is a battlefield of ideas, a war between patience and impulse. And at the center of that battlefield sits the king. He moves slowly, but do not mistake slowness for weakness. Every step is measured, every pause is a calculation. While others chase quick victories, the king is shaping the entire board for the endgame. This is the power of long-term strategy. The king understands that true power is not taken in a single move. It is built step by step, piece by piece, sacrifice by sacrifice, until the outcome is inevitable. Tactics win battles, but strategy wins kingdoms. The impatient player looks for instant results. The powerful player thinks in decades, not days. They do not waste energy chasing every opportunity. They invest energy only where it shifts the balance of the entire game. Think of history. Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon not because of a single impulse, but because years of planning led to one irreversible decision. Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes not in one season, but through decades of careful alliances and patient conquests. And Machiavelli himself wrote that it is better to be feared than loved. But the deeper lesson is that fear only lasts when it is sustained by strategy, not random bursts of action. Every piece on the board exists to protect the king, to serve the plan that only he can see. To outsiders it may look like caution, but in truth it is design. It is not luck, it is not charm. It is patience sharpened into a weapon, the kind of patience that turns uncertainty into inevitability. Why is this law so difficult to follow? Because human beings are wired for immediacy. We crave instant gratification, instant results, instant recognition, but the king resists that temptation. The king teaches us that true dominance is not in reacting, but in waiting until the right moment to strike. Look at modern examples. The companies that dominate the world today, the empires of technology and influence, were not built overnight. They were built by leaders who planted seeds years earlier, who thought in decades while others thought in quarters. Warren Buffett built his fortune not by chasing trends, but by compounding patiently. Amazon became a global empire because Jeff Bezos played a 20-year game while competitors tried to play a 2-year game. Patience is power, and impatience is self-destruction. Now bring this down to the personal level. In business, those who jump at every deal, every trend, every shiny opportunity, spread themselves too thin and collapse. But those who choose carefully, who invest where it matters, eventually control the entire market. In relationships, those who rush to prove themselves burn out quickly, but those who build trust slowly, who remain consistent, become unshakable. Even in reputation, the loud burn bright for a season, but the patient become legends. That is why the king is underestimated. Many see him as slow, passive, or trapped. But what they miss is that every move is leading toward the same outcome, total control of the board. And by the time they realize it, it is already too late to stop him. Law 4. Play the long game. Make every move serve the future. So how do you use this law in your life? First, stop chasing quick victories. They come with hidden costs. Second, learn to think in time frames that others will not. If they think in weeks, you think in years. If they think in years, you think in decades. Third, remember that patience is not weakness, it is control. Because waiting with purpose is a strategy. Play like the king, not the pawn. Move with intention, not with impulse. Think like the endgame is already written, and every move you make brings it closer. So ask yourself, when you look at the king, do you see a vulnerable piece hiding behind others, or the one player who never loses sight of the throne? Are you the pawn rushing forward without a plan? Or are you the king, shaping the entire board to serve your long-term design?